a cooperador that said to come over here. We told him we need your exhibit as part of the things we want to project to the community, but also to send a message. And the message is, keep us safe, get us together, the safest way, actually. But let's continue interacting one with each other as human beings.
It's important that we draw attention to our communities that we have here in Douglas, Agua. I'm a firm believer that we're one community. Yes, it's separated by a wall and some barriers, but we are one community.
When I spoke with Mr. Prado, he said it's downtown Mexico City. And we're being able to share that simply by being here today. And he's looked through the lens and given us that opportunity. And discrimination and public policies and all those kinds of things sometimes keep us apart. But it's going to be art and education and those kind of things that keep bringing us back together.
So we participate in anything that the council has. We jointly work events like Sonora Fest that we've been sponsoring the last few years. Specifically, why do we do that? So that we can promote the culture of Mexico and Sonora, so that people can taste the great foods and the great products that they have to sell.
The first thing I would like to do is to thank Ambassador Ricardo Pineda and his team for their kind invitation to present this show of street portrait photographs at the Consulate of Mexico here in Douglas. This show is part of a collection of photographs that I've been taking for the past 4 years. Basically, since I returned to Mexico City after living for more than 2 decades in the United States and Canada. And having the opportunity to walk the streets of downtown Mexico, again, the postal code 06050 represented for me a truly rediscovery of Mexican society. Of course, I've never been detached myself from my country, but believe me, in no city where I have lived or where I have visited abroad, I have seen or experienced a greater diversity. The former Omeato, or center of the world, as the Aztecs call it, today is a zip code where not only multiple social classes daily coexist. In Mexico City downtown, there is a truly heterogeneous human ecosystem composed of segments of the Mexican population with very particular cultural characteristics that differentiate them from one another, as you can see in the images. If you explore this place, you will find dancers dressed in plumages that keep the pre-Hispanic worldview alive. For example, over there, behind the mayor. And just across the street, you will also find young punks and cyberpunks who are part of the cultural identity trends of globalization. You will also find adult man and woman of traditional stamp, perhaps identified with conservative Western values, and in the same block, young people that, with a libertarian attitude, seek to externalize their identity through piercings and tattoos. For example, they are over there. And of course, they use these tattoos and piercings as I think, as an allegory of a personality that resists to be alienated. So this vast ecosystem is impressive. For me, it's impressive. But even more so is the degree of tolerance that exists among all the different social groups that daily coexist in Mexico's capital. That is why I decided to share these photographs, these images. I believe, and I am really convinced, that it is essential to always keep in mind the strength that a diverse and tolerant society represents, even with the great differences that may exist between the groups of people who are part of it. The strength of the American melting pot, or sometimes called salad pot, is well known here in the United States and all around the world. But it is not necessarily known that in Mexico there is such a great diversity as the one that we can see in the postal code 06050. At the end of the day, there, we are all Mexicans, as in the United States, all are Americans. And in Mexico, as in Arizona, and the rest of the world, we are all human beings. And we deserve the respect of others. It doesn't matter our background, our nationality, our appearance, or even the mask or tattoos we use. Thank you very much for being here this afternoon, and I hope you enjoy the show. Thanks.